Behind me is Tabatinga, Brazil. It's one of the communities that you'll find right along the Amazon River over there. And as you can imagine, a place like this is full of exotic markets, just like its neighbor right over there in Colombia, Leticia. And in this video, I'm gonna go explore some of these markets, look into how the catch of the day is caught right here in the Amazon River, how it's brought to market, what they sell there, how they cook it, and we're also gonna try some exotic tropical fruits that I've never even heard of before. I'm Dave Kaufman, and this is Dave Kaufman Eats the World. Today I am joined by our friend and guide, Yero Maldonado. You're from New York City, but you've been living in Colombia the last
20 years.
20 years. 20 of the last 50 years you've been living in Colombia. You know these streets and these markets pretty well. Let's go explore. Let's go. Is the fish market, and they have that inside because this is the only building out here in this entire market that actually has refrigeration. So in here is the fish market. So in here we're gonna see the freshest fish of the day caught just this morning, 20 feet away in the Amazon River. We've got tiger catfish over here. This is how they prepare the paca. They literally just slice them in half. And then once you prepare these, they don't cut these into steaks. They literally put this entire half a paca on the grill, and then this is what you eat. Think of these as freshwater piranha. Over here on this table, we've got a whole mess of red-breasted piranhas here. And then we've got peacock bass over here, and we've got that fish right there. Look at this. Over here, we've got wolffish, and we know these as silver dollars, I think. Over here we've got arowana. So these are the big arapaima. What they do is they either cut them into steaks like this, or they cut them into chunks, batter them, deep fry them, and you have fish McNuggets. But these fish are the biggest freshwater fish, and look at that meat. Over here we've got Amazon perch, we've got more peacock bass, more wolffish over here. Here's a big tiger catfish right here. These guys are enormously huge. They get like 5 times the size of that. Over here we've got armored catfish. And what people do with these is they don't eat the actual fish. They'll take these fish and make like a stew out of them, and they'll just put the fish in whole right into that stew, and basically these are just the flavoring for that soup or for that stew, whatever they happen to make out of it. So nobody really eats these catfish, they just use them for flavoring. How many fish does he sell in a day?
¿Cuántos pescados vende diario?
Diario. Depende. Tem dia que é bom, tem dia que é ruim, então vai de 15 a 20.
15 to 20.
15 to 20, okay, I understood that. So 15 to 20 of these huge paca he sells a day. How long has he been working here? How long has he been doing this?
¿Cuánto tiempo lleva trabajando acá?
Eu faço 3 anos.
3?
Sim.
3 years.
3 years. Wow. All right.
Tem gente aqui que tem 30 anos.
There's people who have been working here over 30 years.
Over 30 years. Wow, 30 years working with fish. What did he do before?
¿Qué hacía antes de trabajar?
Eu trabalhava na Amazonas Energia.
He worked in the energy company.
In the energy company?
Yes.
So he traded electricity for fish?
Yes.
All right. And so he doesn't specialize in like electric eels with all that background?
No trabaja como trabaja en energía, no trabaja con los temblones.
Não, eu trabalhava com máquinas grandes que fornecem energia aqui.
El temblón, el eléctrico,
Sí.
el pescado.
Sí.
Okay. No,
He didn't understand the joke, did he?
He didn't get the joke.
All right. He just said that Discovery Channel came here.
Yes.
Okay, and you were on Discovery?
And his wife too.
Did they do a better job than me?
¿Hicieron un mejor trabajo? ¿Quién hace un mejor trabajo, Discovery o él?
No, that is.
Yeah, that's the right answer. All right, so now we're going to go down to the docks and see if we can see where they're catching the fish and bringing the fish to market here. And so, what were you saying?
Because all the communities, especially the indigenous people, they don't have money, so they'll bring the fish and they do trading, bartering.
Oh, sure.
So they'll bring the bananas and they'll try to get money and try to get hopefully enough to like buy a new motor. A chainsaw is like
it's like a Rolex.
exactly. Yeah. People get killed here because for a chainsaw.
Oui.
Or a motor for.
So that's like the Brazilian chainsaw massacre.
Yeah, because it's hard to get. How many fish you have to sell or catch to get a chainsaw? Think
Right.
about it.
That's a tough life. All right. Right over here, we got some people with their catch of the day. All right, so it looks like he's got a bunch of wolffish, a couple of arapaima, some perch.
That looks like part of a caiman. Look at the scales.
All right, so we are out on the boat dock. These are like buses here on the Amazon. We've got this little kiosk with some really good looking food down here, especially this. That looks interesting. So, Maldonado, what do we have there? Is
This is a sweet, like, pastry thing. And in Colombia, because of the color red, and it's associated with the Liberal Party, they call them liberales.
Really?
I have no clue what they call them in Brazil.
Huh, so
But-
red is liberal here.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
opposite day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And liberal, so they're all going like this. And I'm like, in the U.S. that means loser.
Right.
And over here means liberal. It's like the same thing.
All right, Fox and friends, let's give this a try. All right, so this is called a liberal. We're gonna try this out. So it's really sugary on the outside, really doughy on the inside. So it's kind of like a cake donut. The sugar is locally grown here in the Amazon, so the sugar actually tastes a little bit different than sugar we may be used to. The bread is nice and fluffy. This is a really nice snack. So while you're waiting over here for your Amazon bus boat, you can come to a place like this and get a snack while you're waiting. This is really good. You're not getting this back, by the way. So outside that fish market, there are all these little shops with these really amazing fruits and vegetables and meats and chickens and other fish and other things. And I don't speak any Portuguese except for obrigado, which means thank you. Really, what other word do you need to know in a different language other than please and thank you, except for cuss words, which I'm probably going to learn while I'm here. All right, so right over here at Negocios Josie, we've got something really cool. Look at this. This is black corn. But look at that, the cob is actually purple. This stuff makes really good tortilla chips. This is the stuff that I like. This is the stuff that I eat. So we're heading into a fruit market here. They've got all these little restaurants back here, fruit stands up front. Most of these fruits I've seen before. This one, I have not. We're gonna find out what that is.
¿Cómo llama? Limón. She's calling it a lemon.
She's calling it a lemon.
Es azedo, es ácido.
It's very acid.
It's very acidy.
¿Cuánto por eso? She gave it to you.
Oh, she gave it to me.
Yeah.
Wow, she must be a fan that's never heard of me before. She just gave us this lemon, but I wanted to try some weird fruits down here. This, we were just told, is not for eating. It's for making juice out of. It's extremely acidic-y, and you're not supposed to eat them plain. So I'm just gonna put this in my pocket. We're gonna move on. This woman right here is selling really hot peppers. Do we know what these are called?
Nombre. Monopi.
Onopi.
Monopi.
Monopi. I like Onopi better. All right, you're gonna be the one.
Just a little bit, huh?
Your head's gonna explode.
Sweet. It's a little bit tingling.
It's a little bit tingly.
But, okay, now I'm feeling it.
Now you're feeling
it's time
it?
to burn, yeah.
Is your head gonna explode? Because
No,
I get more views if your head
it.
explodes. This is charcoal. You don't eat it, you cook with it. See? You watch Dave Kaufman Eats the World, you learn something new every day. All right, look at this. Here in Brazil, they are really hardcore in the ingredients in their cola. Ugh. And over here, we have the Trump version. Trump version. And he just walks away. Look at that. You can buy a whole chicken with all the gutty work still included in there. That's really, and eggs. That's what eggs look like before you buy them in the grocery store. Very nice. I like your chickens. All right, so when it comes to the tropics here in Amazon, there are so many different kinds of bananas. There's plantains, there's bananas, there's these little dudes. These are called bocadilla. These are the best bananas you can buy. Let's try these out. Bocadillo. Here we go. We're going to try this out. Wow. There's a guy talking over there. A different type of banana here at this exotic market here in Brazil. These are delicious. So what we're looking at in most of these stalls here is lots and lots of different kinds of bananas. But I wanted to try some of these individual fruits, but a lot of these you don't just eat, you use them to make different types of juices. They're not good by themselves. So we are really hard-pressed to find any kinds of tropical fruits that we can actually eat here. So from here, we're going back across the border into Colombia to another market that, well, hopefully we'll find some fruit to eat over there that we can actually eat and not just, you know, make juice out of. We're heading back to Colombia. Alright, so just like that, we are in Colombia, which is right across the street from Brazil. And here we have yet another market to explore. I like the way these markets in Colombia are set up, because we're not out in the sunshine, but they're a little bit cleaner and a little bit nicer, but it looks like we've got the same thing. Alright, look at this thing. They call this elephant sack. They don't, I just made that up. This is a little bit frustrating because I want to try some of this stuff, but all of this citrus stuff is just for juice. And some of it has to be prepared in a certain way so it doesn't actually burn your mouth when you eat it. Like this, for instance. This looks like a persimmon, but it's actually called lulu, and it's very acidic-y, and if you eat this without preparing it right, if you eat it just raw like an apple, it'll actually burn your mouth. All right, so over here we've got this little restaurant here, and we've got empanadas. All right, so we are gonna try a mixed one to get all of the goodness in one empanada. Muchas gracias. So here we have a typical snack food here at an Amazon market. It's an empanada. You can basically get empanadas throughout Latin America. I chose to get the one with the mixed meat, with the beef and the chicken and everything thrown in there, to really try out an authentic empanada here in this Amazon market. We're gonna give this a try. Here we go. Look at all that goodness in there. We've got rice, we've got beef, we've got chicken, and the outer crust that they use is this really thin dough, and then they take it and they deep fry it, and boom, you've got essentially an Amazonian hot pocket. This is delicious. I'm gonna try another bite. There's diced onions in there, all sorts of good ingredients in this, and it doesn't taste like it came out of a microwave and tastes really gross like a Hot Pocket. This is just about as fresh as you can get, made right here at this restaurant, right in this market. This is absolutely delicious. So here we have
Aguaje.
aguaje. Look at this. And you can eat these just like this. So this is what it looks like before they soak it in the water and take off the outer peel. They kind of look like pine cones or little mini pineapples. I wonder what these taste like. Let us find out. She's showing us how to do this.
Solo así y se come solo la pulpa.
So you only eat the outside. All right, so you peel off the outer layer. You don't eat the pit inside. Let's give this a try. Oh, wow. That is really bitter. Really bitter. It has the consistency of like wet dough. Oh man, and it gets all over your fingers. I thought that fruit here in the Amazon was supposed to be nice and sweet and tasty, and well, this is not. This is the weirdest thing I've ever tried at a market. All right, so right here we have guayaba, and again, you can't eat these raw just here at the market because these are full of all these little worms, and you have to cut these up remove the worms, and then prepare them. You want to demonstrate how to eat one raw, just right here?
No, they eat them raw.
They do eat them raw,
Yeah.
worms and all.
Worms and all.
Worms and all,
So when you put it in the blender, it gets rid of the worms.
sort of.
Sort of. Well, you still have the worm there, but it's no longer wiggling.
Oh, well, you got that going for you. Okay, well, we're not going to have any worm fruit today, I don't think. Moving on. So right now it's maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and this market starts early. It starts at like 5 a.m. Right as soon as this market opens, it's really crowded in here, and because we chose to go to Brazil first and come here second, there's a lot of stalls that are sold out of everything that they had this morning. But right over here, we still have rolled up dried fish. This is just the head of one of those giant catfish. These things are massive. All these fish, fresh out of the Amazon, flies and all. We've got peacock bass, tiger catfish, we've got pacu over here, we've got arowana right there. Look at these piranhas right here. So guys, that is 2 distinct, exotic Amazonian markets in 2 countries. Brazil over there, Colombia right here. So guys, if you're hungry for more, check out that video right there. If you're starving for more, check out that playlist right there. All right, so now I gotta find a way back to my hotel. Do I even have a hotel in Colombia? I don't know.